Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. In review today is the taking of Pelham 123 on 4K Blu-ray. Let's take a look at the tech specs. It was shot on 35mm, it's got a 4K DI, the aspect ratio is 235:1, it's got DTS 5.1 and DTS 2.0 audio options. The disc supports HDR10 and Dolby Vision with a full enhancement layer for the Dolby Vision grade. The HDR10 grading has a maximum content light level of 829 nits and a maximum frame average light level of 60 nits. It's a 100GB disc. The average bitrate is 70 megabytes per second. The runtime is 104 minutes and it's rated 15. In terms of picture quality, with the two previous Blu-ray releases, the 2011 MGM Fox Blu-ray and the 2016 Kino Lorber release, both delivering an adequate presentation of the film, Kino's new UHD offering, accompanied with a new 4K restoration from the original camera negative, produces a satisfactory step up to the overall image quality. Right from the start you can see a marked improvement to the grain structure and fluidity, which now adopts a finer and subtler appearance while still retaining its natural filmic texture. Grain exposure can vary at certain points, especially with the darker scenes, but with the style of the film's cinematography, this is always going to occur. The improvements to detail and depth are subtle but appreciative, with increased textural refinement evident on the interiors of the train carriage, skin textures and facial hair in close-ups, and the 70s clothing such as the tweed jackets. These upticks are apparent to an even greater extent though in the brighter, more well-lit environments, such as the interiors of the Transit Operations Office and the outdoor scenes in the streets of New York, with the enhancements to the level of clarity and the dynamic range of the visuals on full display. The HDR grading gives a nice boost to the film's natural colour palette, with the frequent grey, beige and brown tones featured throughout, all appearing more robust. The primary colours also look the best they ever have, from the blues on the police cars to the red tones on the switchboards, to the yellow hues on the taxis and Walter Matthau's tie. They all display a more realistic natural vibrancy while still staying faithful to the distinct 1970s aesthetic. Black levels are adequate, slightly leaning towards a brownish tinge, but the handling of the darker scenes, primarily the scenes in the train carriage and underground tunnel, isn't perfect and can at times produce some very mild crush. With the way the movie was originally shot, the colour grading balances a very fine line in retaining detail in the darkest areas whilst not portraying the film's intended look, and for the most part it gets it right, but occasionally falls short. It's very minimal though and doesn't distract too much from an otherwise nice upgrade. No serious encode issues were detected, with the image having good stability throughout. Moving on to the audio quality, Kino's 4K presentation features a DTS 2.0 mix and a new DTS 5.1 soundtrack. For the purpose of this review, I opted to listen to the brand new DTS 5.1 soundtrack, and for the most part I was quite impressed. The mix is quite front heavy, with occasional use of the rear channels for added immersion, such as bustling ambience in the Transit Operations Office or the echo of gunfire in the underground tunnel. David Shire's score sounds terrific throughout, accentuating the film's tension and drama, and dialogue consistently comes through crisp and clear with no problems to report. To summarise, I'll give the picture a 7.4. For a nearly 50-year-old movie that's always needed a bit of extra TLC, the taking of Pelham 123 looks the best it ever has on the home format, with its new UHD presentation from Kino, bringing welcome upgrades to the grain structure, finer detail and the colour palette. And I'll give the audio a 7. While purists will appreciate the 2.0 track, the new 5.1 mix adds a little more spaciousness with the added extension of the rear channels, helping to slightly increase the sense of immersion in select key scenes. So these are my thoughts on the taking of Pelham 123 on 4K Blu-ray. Will you be picking this one up? Let me know down in the comments. If you've made it this far into the video, why not consider subscribing and hitting the like button, as I've got new videos out regularly. Thanks for watching guys, enjoy your movies, bye!